Hello there. Welcome to this session. Thank you for making time to join us. My name is Isaac, business coach at OZE. In this session, we will discuss cash flow management and access to funding. As business owners, we always need to monitor how money is moving in and out of our business. But I'm sure you haven't had time to look at this because you are very busy and you don't want to get involved in the tiring processes of monitoring this. And so mostly you like to ensure this in the hands of your accountant. But as a business owner, it is always good to get an understanding of how your cash flow management works. Now, kindly take a few minutes to click the link on the website to take a quiz. Once you're done, you can rejoin the session and we'll continue with you. Now we are going to study what cash flow or discuss what cash flow is. Now, cash flow is the movement of money in and out of your business or your financial accounts. So if I am paying for something or I'm receiving payments for a service or a product that I have provided, then it means that this process of money moving in and out of my account is known as cash flow. Now, once this account is related to your business, it can always be referred to as what? Cash flow. Now, there are types of cash flow that we can look at. First, we have the operating cash flow. Now, this is the money that is moving in and out of your business related to the direct operations. So, for example, if I sell beads, anytime I sell the beads to my customers and I receive money, or anytime I buy products that are used in manufacturing the beads and I pay my suppliers, these are all forms of what? Cash flows. And this specifically is known as operating cash flow. Next is the investing cash flow. Now, the investing cash flow example is buying an asset or selling an old asset that the company does not need. For example, let's say if we buy a new printer. Now, this is an example of investing cash flow. The example here is that the company spends money. And so this means that this is what's a negative investing cash flow. Now, in the long run, if we decide to sell this printer that we don't need anymore, this is a positive investing cash flow, investment cash flow, because we are what? Getting money into our account or our company account by selling this asset or this printer that we no longer need. Next is the financing cash flow. Now, this is directly related to money operations or money items related with money. Now, for example, let's say if we are selling stocks, right, and we are receiving money, or we have investors who are willing to pump money into our business, this is what a positive financing cash flow. In the same way, if we receive the investment and we pump it into our business, and now it's time for investors to also take their money, now this is also where the negative outflow comes. Because this is the time the company is losing some sort of money because we are paying debts, we are paying stocks, and we are paying our investors. So if you're recapping, operating cash flow is directly related to what money you receive from your business, direct business operations. Investing cash flow is in assets. And then financing cash flow is directly related to money that is related to stocks, assets, loans, and all that. Now, after we've done this, can you reflect which type of cash flow that is most important to your business today? Is it operating cash flow, investing cash flow, or financing cash flow? Now, there are two levels of cash flow. That is positive cash flow and the negative cash flow. And the positive cash flow It's where the company brings in more money or you gain more money due to your operations. Now, this money generated helps the business to stay afloat. Now, negative cash flow is where the business is burdened and you're always moving money out other than receiving money. So in as much as we do our operations, let us always put in mind that the goal of every business is to make sure that you maintain a positive cash flow. This means that bringing more money into the company and then also closing in to collect these monies once services or products are sold. Now, can your business be profitable but still have a negative cash flow? This is very possible. For example, if I am selling a mobile phone to a customer. Now, let's say I have a good relationship with this customer because he or she is not paying me. So I give out the phone, I send out an invoice. Now, on paper, if I'm selling the phone for 100 cedis, or let's say 1,000 cedis, on paper, I have 1,000 cedis in the company. But in actual fact, I haven't received the money. So on paper, I'm profitable, but if you go into my account, I am not profitable. So let's always make sure that once we sell a product and it's partially paid or is not fully paid, but we have invoices for it and we accounted for it on paper, once the due date is up, let's follow up and collect the money to close our accounts. So you're only profitable when the money has landed in your accounts. We discussed cash flow early on. Now, let's discuss cash flow management. Cash flow management is where you monitor, you analyze, and then you optimize the outflow and inflow of cash in the financial operations of your business. How much money is moving out? How much are we buying this product? How much are we paying this customer? How much are we paying the supplier? In all that, you have to monitor. These items that we are buying as expenses, how profitable is it to our business? This money that we've received as profits, what is the next step? What are we going to invest in? So the three key points is that with cash flow management, we are monitoring what is the money that is coming into your business, the money that is going out of your business, and then you deciding what to do with the money to make sure that what you are profitable. There are tools in cash flow management. And in this case, I want to ask you, which tool are you using to monitor your cash flow? Achieving and maintaining a positive cash flow. Now, maintaining a positive cash flow is crucial for every business. Now, this will determine how healthy or unhealthy your business is. Now, if you have a positive cash flow and you have money always in your business, then it means that you have a healthy or positive cash flow. And for your business to stay afloat, you always have to maintain a positive cash flow. Now, there are certain factors you have to consider. Now, you have to create a cash flow forecast. You know how much you spend on a daily basis, or weekly basis, or a monthly basis. So based on what you have within this week or a month, you can do some sort of multiplication or projection to know how much you're likely to spend or to receive or make as sales or generate as revenue in 2 months or three months' time. This helps you plan and make decisions towards achieving these targets. You always have to also monitor and manage your expenses. Improve your invoicing and payment collection process. Now, all we do is buying and selling, and sometimes we forget to follow up on receipts, we forget to follow up on invoices, we forget to follow up on people who are owing us. And this does not make us be profitable because we are not closing our books on time. You also have to manage your inventory efficiently. Always monitor how much items you are moving into inventory and how many items you are selling. You also have to negotiate favorable payment terms with your suppliers. Always make sure that the prices at which you are buying your items to sell is not at cutthroat prices or is not hurting your profits. You always have to increase your sales and revenue. That is the goal of every business, to stay profitable. So it is a must to put in plans to be strategic in order to generate revenue. You also have to explore other financing options, grants, loans, because definitely at the point the business have to scale. You also have to build an emergency fund. Once we are getting profits or we're making money, there's always an opportunity for you as a business owner to set aside a small fund gradually or day by day or periodically for it to serve as a buffer. So it means that in times of emergency, you can fall on this emergency fund and then support the needs of your business. Now with the other business app, you can maintain a positive cash flow. One, recording transactions actively with the OZE app, tracking the number of items in your inventory, and then also recording all partial and unpaid transactions to help timely debt recovery. There's nothing much for you to do here. All you have to do is commit the time to record your sales and expenses, monitor the items you're moving in and out of your inventory, record all partial and unpaid transactions so that you receive all the money that is in debt. So now the activity here is to record a sales or an expense with the OZE app and then set up all items that are incomplete in your inventory. Still discussing the positive cash flow with OZE, you can also share invoices to serve as reminders for your debtors. People who owe you sometimes do forget they owe you. So your invoices are going to serve as what? Evidence that they are owing you because it is indicating the amounts. 5, you can also share receipts and invoices to close paid transactions. This is an evidence that a product has been sold or a service has been provided and money has been transferred or exchanged. You can always use the reminder button in the OZE app to remind your customers who are owing you. Now, the activity in this session is to share an invoice for a paid transaction and then also share an invoice for a partial transaction. Let me know once you are able to do that. Now, becoming cash flow positive. These are the 3 things you have to monitor: consistent monitoring, proactive management, and then strategic decision making. Now, once you monitor, you have to also manage. If the money should come in or it should go out. And then once the money is received, there's a point for strategic decision making. And there are many ways OZE app can help you in doing this. By reviewing transactions recorded in your OZE app through the filter feature, downloading periodic reports to know your cash flow management and what figures are feeding into your cash flow. Share instant receipts and invoices to close transactions. Remind debtors to pay you when they owe you. And then also, one ultimate thing is apply for a loan when you need a bit of cash. Access to funding. Now, every business has plans of scaling. Now, once you want to grow big, there are points where the money you have in your business cannot be enough. So definitely, you need that extra push. Now, in order to be eligible for funding, your business must show an evidence that it's operating, that there's money moving in and out of your business. Now, before you go for funding, first you must be eligible. And that is where we consider you to be credit worthy. Now, there are 2 factors to consider. The first one is you have to identify your funding needs. Know what you need the money for. Number 2, you also have to show a certain level of commitment. Before you go in for the loan or the grants or the money you need, just make sure that you can account for what your business has invested in. You've bought computers, you are paying salaries, you've sold products over the month, you've paid suppliers. You can quantify this in money and put it in documentation to serve evidence that you have money dedicated to your business already. In this way, your investor or the financial institution giving you the money knows that you know how to manage your cash flow already. To become eligible for an OZE loan, basic thing is record all your transactions. Ensure you have a bank statement or a mobile account statement. And then that is it. You are ready to apply for a loan. Now record all backlogs that you have in your notebook of your transactions into your OZE app. And then try to apply for a loan. Let's see how the process goes. In summary, what we'll say is that cash flow management is not an easy task, but it needs a high level of commitment because these are the steps, the very beginning from which you could move from a small business to a bigger business. Because if you're recording all your transactions, you have reports, it is very easy for you to get access to funding or loans to scale your business and grow higher. This is also a very good avenue for you to follow up on monies that are in debt or monies you owe people or monies that your customers are owing you. So there's always the need to take advantage of smart means of automation to achieve your cash flow routines. The OZE app is here to help, and let's take advantage of it. Thank you for making time to join this session. Now, the next step is to go to the website, click the quiz link, and then answer a few questions. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.